Face.
Your face broke out. But I told you to
You had told
expect
me
that.
at least.
Yeah. There's spinach here. Please.
I did not do this journey for myself. I did it for others.
But yes, we want spinach.
I want others to hear this is a lifestyle change. You can do it for 3 days, you can do it for 7 days. It's just about getting yourself to a point where you want to take charge of your life and just change your life for the better. Take reign and take charge of your life today.
So we're back walking the streets of Guthrie, Oklahoma. I was here 6 years ago and I was sort of somewhere on my journey, I'm not quite sure, somewhere in the 40s, I think, of just juice. And I remember the town quite well. The hotel I stayed in was just up here. There's a laundromat. I needed that laundry, I can tell you that. And then just beyond that was Terry's gun shop.
Well, it looks like I know a lot about that.
How many pounds are you now in total?
About 320. But you know, my brother's a doctor.
Right.
I've watched him struggle with being a vegetarian his whole life and now dying of that cancer. And I think it's a choice people make. I decided that if I'm going happy. I'm a happy, you know.
Yeah.
I'm a happy fat guy. I think I'll play Santa Claus in the upcoming auction that we're having.
Yeah, right. So what was really interesting through the power of social media was that I got a note just recently saying, hey, you should go and check in on Terry because Terry saw the movie, he saw himself, and Terry's made a few changes. So I'm back to see what sort of changes Terry's made. Been a while, mate. Geez, you're looking different, mate.
A little bit.
Geez, you are, aren't you?
You made a...
Hey.
I went from a 56 to a 44 in pants. How about that?
Geez, you look good. Now you're a happy thin guy.
A little bit. Not where I need to be.
Oh, Angie, nice to see you again. How are you?
Good.
This is my old chair, isn't it?
That's your chair. Still got it.
So, mate, 6 years since I've been here. You've probably forgotten all about me even coming in. What happened when you saw it? What were the thoughts?
Well, the thoughts were, God, I look big.
You should have seen yourself on a big screen.
Yeah.
You're lucky you only watch it on Netflix.
You know, I was on a breathing machine.
Yeah.
I had 5 or 6 bottles of pills every day. What probably motivated me the most was my daughter came and said she wanted me to be alive when she got married, so. And she said, you were the ticket, so I followed what you said for the past several years, and it's made a huge impact on my life.
Good on you. Well, that's a good motivation to be there for your daughter's wedding.
And all the medications are gone. I don't go to sleep at 5 o'clock every night. You know, I get up, I walk around, I'm on the school board now, I try to help people. I'm on a charity here in town that raises money for kids, Coach for Kids, and I do the pump, pass, and kick in this town for the kids, and we had 100 kids show up. And I couldn't do any of that without you.
Well, congratulations, mate. That's awesome.
And I really appreciate it because what you did was motivate me, and it was enabled me now to, before I wasn't eligible to be a bone marrow donor for my brother.
Right.
He's a surgeon.
Yeah. I remember you talking about your brother having cancer.
And now I can be a bone marrow donor. We're going to Phoenix to the Mayo Clinic on the 14th of this month.
Right, right.
And now that I've lost all this weight and I'm off the medication, I'm the only 10 out of 10 match for him in the world.
Isn't that incredible? How hard was it for you to go from the old Terry to the new Terry?
The first 2 weeks, I've had a lot of cravings. When you get tired, when you get stressed out,
yeah,
food's a crutch for people. And, you know, I would used to I'll go get a couple ice cream bars. One wasn't enough, and I didn't want to walk there twice.
I know. I know the feeling.
So
I've even done 3 sometimes.
now I go get, like, I'll have things like pickles. I'll have olives. I'll have pickled okra. We do not have soda in our house right now. The candy bars hidden, the potato chips by the bags. You know, it's just
little things.
Little things. And when you put a bucket full of little things there, that starts adding up, and it really has for us.
Yeah. Because you've put the right fuel in, you actually feel energetic. You don't want to sit on the couch. You actually want to get out and move. Have you found that? Like, you actually end up doing stuff that you didn't think you were going to do.
I hated to go shopping with my girls. They could wear you out in the mall. But now I can go walk the entire day with them.
Yeah.
You know, I can go walk at trade shows and places that before I would walk, it would kill me. Now, losing a little me made a big difference. And it's going to impact other people's lives besides just mine. We've got a wave of people eating better. We talked to friends at restaurants and said, look, you don't have a lot of healthy stuff on the menu. And they have built a salad bar at a local restaurant here. They've stocked food for our request. There we go. Terry's all hooked up now. And there are people coming out of the woodwork to eat a little healthier, but still get to go to a restaurant.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic. The mayor started a community garden. The people in our town have changed. We have started growing food for people who need it. So it may not be financially. They may need it to get rebooted too.
Right.
They can get it right here in our community.
We've got like tomato here.
Yes, sir.
And have a look here, they've even got some kale. Look at this, beautiful kale down here. I mean, I do love my kale.
Back over here, we want to make sure we took care of the kids. We wanted to make sure we got
Right.
everything pollinated. So we have a butterfly garden, and during the early spring, summer, you'll find hundreds of different butterflies out here.
And then all the kids come and they like to see
They
it.
love it.
And that gets them involved, understanding where their food comes from, and great stuff. Is Terry been a bit of inspiration, has he, in the
He
town?
has been. He has been. He helped me. I've lost weight like Terry. Not as much, but I'm working on it.
Oh, you look good.
Thank you, sir.
You're so tall. How tall are you?
5 feet, 21 inches.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm down here.
Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic. Mark, awesome, mate. Imagine if every little town in America did this.
It'd be great. It would be great.
Be fabulous. Great example.
When I say you had an impact and your path you set me on made a difference and can make a difference in other people's lives, I can show them.
And I mean, I tell you what, you look happier. You look 10 years younger to me.
I feel a lot better.
Yeah. Mate, you're a champion. You're an absolute champion. Congratulations.
I feel a lot better, and
Fantastic,
I just
mate.
really want to say thanks. It made a difference.
I appreciate being a little catalyst, but at the end of the day, mate, you're the one who's made the difference. You've done the hard yards, and it's just fantastic to see. And I want to get that photo of you walking your beautiful daughter down the aisle, all right? You got to make sure you send that to me.
I'll send that to you.
Guthrie today is a totally different town to the one I visited a few years ago. It's just unbelievable to see how a few people making positive changes can have such a ripple effect throughout the whole community. And Guthrie's not alone. I've met people all across the world who are turning to fresh juice and fruits and vegetables as a way of revitalising their health and the health of those around them, including Mary Beth of McMinnville, Tennessee. After recovering from cancer, she started her own juice business, even delivering fresh juice to cancer patients free of charge.
Thank you for
You're going to
bringing
see
this.
us as soon as you're able.
Yes.
People are very skeptical, but we have people from Nashville that come here. Other communities, other counties around us are coming here, and they're all wanting to start something like this. I don't know what we've done, but I think we've gave people permission to step outside the box. I want all of y'all to feel as good as I do. So, juice on, right?
And how about this? Empty front yards and vacant lots all over the place are being turned into organic gardens and farms. This Brooklyn High School is a great example.
This community has incredible high rates of obesity, of diabetes, and these are diseases that typically affect folks that are eating bad food, that don't have access to fresh fruits and vegetables. And so here's a way for students to really work hard at giving back to the community, but also helping themselves.
It's a little bit more expensive, but it tastes better, it's more fresh, healthier. So it really did change the way I eat and the way I look at things.
Long lines in Midtown Detroit today for the grand opening of the new Whole Foods Market.
It's also exciting to see how a corporation like Whole Foods Market, normally associated with affluent suburbs, is trying to become a valued part of this inner city Detroit community.
Well, Detroit's an experiment. We've gone in with a different model. We spent less capital on the store. It's a smaller store. I don't think a healthy diet's that expensive, but I think we can make it even less expensive if we consciously work at it, keep our costs down. So one of the things we're going to be doing in Detroit is that we do tie together sort of the local food community. So we're excited about Detroit. I can tell you it's off to a terrific start.
And it's a nice place to bring the kids because you're teaching them not only the value of what food is, but the health of the food that they're consuming as well.
We truly are witnessing what I see as a tsunami of awareness of the power of plant food. And this change is also extending into the world of medicine. I've been really surprised at the number of doctors that have reached out to me to share their personal and patient success. One of those is Sheila Carr, a cardiologist at Cedars-Sinai Medical.
I spend most of my time practicing preventative cardiology these days, and that's where I got interested in what you do, because by your dietary principles, you landed up, from my point of view, lowering cholesterol values, cleaning up blood vessels, improving diabetes, improving hypertension, all of which lands up having a good plumbing system in the body.
So my question is, what do you think's actually going on in terms of the repair side when people switch their diet and they sort of move away from a lot of this processed and refined foods, high in sugars, high in fat, high in salt, and they move towards more plants? What actually goes on I mean, does this stuff actually get eaten away?
My feeling is humans were never meant to be sick. This stuff is nothing but a side effect of junk that's being introduced into the body.
Side effect of a lifestyle.
Side effect of a lifestyle, absolutely. And so I think with time, the body, by its natural healing properties, tends to go back to normal. So in other words, tries to regress this.
Right.
You know, I tell patients that, you have a choice between eating healthy and living a normal lifestyle, or me giving you more poisons to counteract the poison you just had.
Yeah.
Because the medications work, no question, but nothing's without a side effect.
Yeah.
We know for sure 15% of cholesterol is from what we eat, and the rest of it's what we make in the body. It's genetic.
Right.
But having said so, 15% is huge. None of the medications we use reduces cholesterol by 15%.
Right.
And I've actually managed to have people get off blood pressure medications, off diabetic pills, just by this concept of eating raw fruits and vegetables.
Yeah. So someone's at home, they're watching this, and they want to avoid going down this path of wreck and ruin. What do they got to do?
You said, what's the secret? Moderation. Yeah. So eat the right food, but not processed food, but also exercise. Now, the movement can be swimming, dancing, walking in place. So I tell people while they're in the kitchen, just keep marching every now and then. If you start talking like this, just a little bit shorter breath, that is the right level.
That's the level.
That's the level. You don't
How long for?
This is a dictum. To prevent heart disease, at least half an hour a day. To reverse heart disease, this can be reversed 1 hour a day.
Right. If I was to have my heart, like let's just say we just did exploratory open heart surgery on me, just for fun, right? Doesn't sound like fun, and we went in and had a look at the arteries. Is that the best?
Can I tell you something?
Sure.
We can look at the inside of a blood vessel and actually see if there's plaque or not. If you want today, I'll show you the inside of your blood vessel. It'll take me 5 minutes to show you.
Love to see it.
Okay, come on, let's go.
I'm ready to go.
No radiation.
No, I'm good.
Go.
I'm good. Where do I go?
Let's go to the next one.
Is it a needle?
No needles, no pain.
needle. Okay. I don't mind needles. I don't mind. I'm not nervous.
No, I'm a doctor. I'm scared of needles.
It's fine.
What we're gonna do, we're gonna just measure the thickness of the intima wall.
The thickness of the intima wall.
Yes. And then Dr. Carr will just pass.
Got it. Well, I did 40 years of smashing myself. 6 or 7 have been good, so let's see where we are.
Yeah, just take a fresh picture of the external carotid, please. A normal blood vessel should be inner wall, should be just a thin line.
Right.
You see this?
Yep.
This is very bright. It's all plaque which got calcified. So my guess is from age 20 to
40.
some age, you had high cholesterol.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. it shows. So we nowadays don't just treat numbers. If somebody's cholesterol is actually affecting them, then I bring it down. I have patients who are in the 300s. I don't touch them, but I do this every year. If their blood vessels look pristine,
No problem.
I'm like, you don't have that issue. But this is now between you and me as a saying, you have an issue. So if your cholesterol goes up, you will put plaque down.
Got it.
And the same theory for you holds good, is this much of plaque is enough to obliterate a blood vessel supplying the brain.
Right,
So
so-
you want to stay sharp.
Right, so over time, say the last 6 years, because I've been on a good track,
You
it's
probably
have
regressed.
come
Yeah,
down.
I never saw you
Yeah.
then. But my point is, just remember this for your own good,
Right.
that check your lipid profiles every year.
Righto. Well, that was really, really interesting. Lovely lady Sheila, it was great to talk to her. But I think what, from a personal point of view, having your arteries looked at and to be told by one of the top cardiologists here in Los Angeles from Cedars-Sinai Hospital that you actually have plaque and actually see the image of the plaque there, even though it's only a little bit, the fact that now I know that I am predisposed, my body is predisposed to actually laying plaque down, and that I've got to keep my cholesterol numbers down, total below 175, my LDL below 70, that's really good to know now, because I've got to keep doing what I'm doing. And, to be perfectly honest, if I hadn't have done what I did and I hadn't have changed, maybe those words that I said in Arkansas on Thanksgiving Day, who knows? If I hadn't have got sick, I may not have ever slowed down. I might have already had a heart attack and died, so. Maybe that's true. I probably could have, or at least I'd be well on my way to advanced heart disease. So, it's good. So, the message out of that is to keep doing what I'm doing, but avoid car accidents.
The smart money tells me that 70% of all disease is caused by our lifestyle choices, including the big three. Do you smoke? Do you exercise? And what do you eat? So your food choices have a big impact on your overall health, including your immune system. Think of your immune system as a series of guards around your body defending it against outside intruders and all kinds of diseases, including the one you're most predisposed to. Just like the cells in your muscle or brain, your disease fighters have got to eat. If that food doesn't give the immune system cells the nutrition they need, they may not perform correctly or as well as they should. This may result in lots of things: arthritis, heart disease, diabetes, or other similar conditions. For me, it was chronic urticaria angioedema, a fancy way of saying chronic hives. If cells aren't getting a broad base of nutrients, they can stop working and get confused. And in some cases, the cells can and do attack the very body they were supposed to defend. And that's what happened to me with my disease. But just because you have a tendency towards one disease or another doesn't mean you're at the mercy of your genetics. Like most things, it comes down to choices. Cleaning up your diet and lifestyle can have a huge impact on whether you're healthy or, like the old me, taking medication and suffering for years from something preventable.
Without any further waiting, Joe Cross.
Hey, how are you? Matt, how are you, mate?
Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much for having me. It's great to be back in Austin, Texas. I haven't been here for, it was at least probably a year or even 18 months ago. Really, really, really exciting to see just how far the movement of trying to eat and drink more fruits and vegetables, just incredible how it's such a world theme right now. And it's a great honour to be able to shake the hands of all the incredible success stories and also the people that are just starting out. The message I like to share wherever I go is it's not just about following exactly what I did, it's about learning and becoming aware and awake of the fact of the power of fruits and vegetables and just what they can do. People say to me, Joe, do you think McDonald's is bad for you? Do you think Pizza Hut's bad for you? I don't think they are bad for you. I think that if you go to McDonald's and you go there once or twice a month and you eat that food and the rest of the time you're eating mostly plant food and good lean animal protein, I don't think it's bad for you. But if you only eat that food or you get most of your energy from there, the real damage is that you are not getting this food into your system. The real question is, how much of plant, how much of animal, and how much of processed should you be having? And you know what? I actually don't know the answer. But right now what I'm doing is I'm living on 40% of my energy is coming from plants, about 30% from animal, and about 30% from processed. So up to you, but if you do what every other American does and you get 5% of your energy from here, and you get 95% of your energy from down here, you're going to end up like every other American that is on medication up the yazoo, cutting their life short by 20 years. Now, you have the choice to not be one of those people. It's up to you. The ball is in your court. This is the last 2 feet of freedom, right here. No one can tell you what to put in your mouth. No one controls you. No one straps you down. You know, there's not a lot of things you can do in the world. I can't get in my car and drive home at 100 miles an hour. I'll get booked. You want to go home and order 20 pizzas tonight? No one's going to put you in jail for that. So it's all about our personal choices. And telling people what to do doesn't work. You want to make a difference, you do it to yourself. Don't tell your husband or your wife what to do. Just do it yourself. Just lead by example. Pretty soon, the When Harry Met Sally thing is going to happen. I'm having what she's having. That's the When Harry Met Sally effect. That'll happen. Look how good she looks. She looks unbelievable. What's she having? I want to have some of that.
Look, I'm the luckiest guy in the world. I'm someone who got myself into trouble through my own choices. And in the process of trying to get myself better, I learned more than I ever imagined I would.
65 days. You went 5 days longer than me.
I did.
Losing the weight is great. Being healthy is better. But understanding that I'm a small part in a larger community and that through working together, we can all make a big difference.
Give me 5.
That's what keeps me going.
I just want to thank you
Oh,
because
fantastic.
you've been an absolute
Very good. Good on you. That's great.
After experiencing firsthand the power of a reboot, Dr. Kerry Diulis has brought the message of eating and juicing more fruits and vegetables to her patients.
That's gotten better?
Yes.
Fantastic.
I'm so excited.
If I can give them that one extra piece, then I feel like I've served them better as a physician.
And the juicing just, it changes your life. It really does.
Keep doing the good work that you're doing. Those are great changes that you've made. So I'm happy for you.
Little Ethan no longer has any arthritis or inflammation in his eyes or joints. And even better, he's off all medication. And they tell me he's healthy enough now to play his first game of football. And watching Terry walk up to the Mayo Clinic to donate bone marrow for his brother is just another shining example of how little changes can and do make a big difference. And Phil has moved to North Carolina to be closer to a healthier community.
I'm on a juice fest, and I heard you sell juices.
We do!
Yay!
It's so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm working on strengthening my foundation, I guess, if you call it.
Hi Joe, just want to say a big thank you. I've lost over 100 pounds in weight. Not only that, I'm off all my medication, I'm off my steroids, I'm off my painkillers, I'm off the anti-inflammatories, and I'm feeling 100%.
I truly have so much energy that it's amazing, and I feel wonderful and so healthy.
I actually feel like I'm getting younger now, not older and winding down. I actually feel 10 years younger right now.
I decided to juice for 2 months after watching Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, and my migraines went away, my allergies. I lost 25 pounds, and we found out we were expecting. So this is the best result I've gotten from juicing because the doctor said it wasn't possible. But it wasn't until Mommy and Daddy changed their diets that we were able to have a family.
I looked like this. You know, the last time I went and had my A1C checked, my doctor said that he wasn't even sure I had diabetes anymore. He literally used the word cured. I was cured of my type 2 diabetes.
My head is clear and I can think properly, and I get excited to work and to have sex and to do all of these things that before I wasn't comfortable enough. I didn't have a desire to do. I wasn't comfortable in my own skin.
Any advice that I can give to anybody that's planning on doing a reboot or juice fast is, as long as you try, at least you tried. It's going to be hard, but if you don't give up, it's going to be worth it in the end.
I feel more confident, more outgoing, more, you know, just myself.
Can you stop recording now?
Woke up this morning, I suddenly realized we're all in this together. I started smiling, 'cause you were smiling, and we're all in this together. I'm made of atoms, you're made of atoms, and we're all in this together. And long division just doesn't matter, 'cause we're all in this together. Yeah. I saw you walking in the city, we're all in this together. The city's changing, 'cause we are changing, and we're all in this together. Every 12 seconds, someone remembers that we're all in this together. In the kitchen of your rent-control apartment, we're all in